Hi everyone, I'm CaliKim. Today I'm going to show you how to start your vegetable garden by planting it in 5 easy steps. Now you clicked on this video because you want to grow vegetables in 2025. Starting a vegetable garden can feel overwhelming. You don't know where to put it, what to plant it in, or even what to plant. And I get that. I've been there too. But the good news is we're in this together. I'll be with you every single step of the way, and you got this. Planning is really the key to success before you even plant one vegetable. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. You ready to get started? Let's jump in. First things first, where are you going to put your vegetable garden? Now, what I've learned in my 30 years of gardening experience and over 1,500 YouTube videos is keep it close to your house. Believe me, this is a game changer. And the reason why is it's a lot easier to water your garden, to tend to your garden, to pull the weeds, to make sure no pests are eating your vegetables, and you're a lot more likely to just step outside, pick a few vegetables or fruits like these beautiful strawberries for dinner or a quick snack. Do yourself a favor, trust me, and keep it as close to your house as possible. If you'd like to help us out in 2025, could you please watch the video in its entirety, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below and let us know what you learned from the video. Give it a thumbs up and then share it with your friends. Next, know where your sun is. Now this is so important to growing vegetables because most vegetables need at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day. Even more for warm weather loving plants like tomatoes. Pick a spot in your backyard or on your patio where you think you want to put your garden, and then just keep an eye on the sunlight during the day. How much sun does it get in the morning? What about at noon? And what about later in the day? And this is going to determine not only where you plant your garden, but what vegetables you're going to plant where. And remember, the sunlight changes from season to season. In the wintertime, the sun is lower in the sky, so the shadows are going to fall differently. Spring and summer, sun is higher overhead, and you're going to have a lot more sunlight in different areas. And also, in the northern hemisphere, keep in mind, you want to line your garden from north to south, with the taller plants being on the north side, the shorter plants being on the south side. And why is this? So the taller plants don't shade out the smaller plants. Next, make it easy on yourself and put your garden close to a hose bib. Trust me, you don't want to be lugging watering cans all over your garden in the summertime. It's way too much work. And if you've never tried it, install drip irrigation. Highly recommended from my years of gardening experience. It makes watering your garden so much easier. It really takes the guesswork out of it, and it keeps your vegetables hydrated so you have a lot more vegetables to eat. Plus it saves water and saves you a ton of time. And don't let drip irrigation scare you. I'll be doing a video to show you exactly how to install it. Next up, decide what you want to plant in. Now there's really no wrong way to garden. What you decide to grow in really depends on your time, your space, and your budget. But you basically have 3 different options: raised beds, an in-ground garden, or containers. Now raised beds have a lot of advantages. Number one, as you can see, you can relax and sit on it. It makes it easier to work in your garden without, bending down, or it's easier on your knees. It's also raised up, so it has better drainage. Plus, you can fill it with nutrient-dense soil, your own custom blend if you want to, which will really help your vegetable garden be a lot more productive. Keep in mind that raised beds are going to need assembly, put together. You might need to spend money on materials, but there's lots of easy ways to do that. In fact, I have a lot of easy raised bed builds in my book on raised bed gardening. So you're going to want to check that out. If you want to keep raised bed gardening very simple, you can buy a prefab or a pop-up raised bed like a Smart Pots, where you simply put it together, fill it with soil, and plant it. It's a really budget-friendly and time-saving way to go. And I'll be teaching you all the steps of growing in a raised bed, from filling with soil, to planting, to fertilizing, to trellising, and more. So stick with us. Next option is an in-ground garden. And this is definitely the most budget-friendly, but also the most labor-intensive. So find an area in your backyard that has good sun exposure. Remember, about 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day is best. Dig it up and plant. Now you definitely need to kill the grass first. A good way to do this is simply by laying cardboard over the grass, letting it sit for a couple of days until the grass dies underneath. Then you pull out the grass, dig up the area, add soil amendments, and plant. So it does sound very, very simple. However, keep in mind, sometimes it takes a couple of years to improve the soil, to make it nice and fertile so the plants are growing well, and it is definitely more labor intensive and just a little bit backbreaking. But it's a great budget-friendly way to start. The third option to grow your garden is containers. Now this is a really good option for you if you don't have a lot of space. Maybe you live in an apartment, you've got a balcony or a deck or a patio, or if you don't have a lot of time, because containers are super easy to fill with soil, plant, and you've got your garden. So this space here is about a 6 by 10 space, and I have about 15 to 20 different varieties of greens, herbs, and vegetables. There's a lot you can grow in containers. Now, I love growing in smart pots. They're fabric, so they're very easy to pop up. They have great drainage. What I love most about them, though, is their portability. So I can just pick up my pot of herbs, move it over here to my railing here if I want it to get a little bit more sunshine. I can even move it inside if it gets too cold for it, or put it back in the shade if it gets too warm. Little side note here, I use these drip trays to catch all the water, keeps the water from getting on my deck, and they're on wheels, which is super handy for moving them around my deck. I'll put a link to these in the video description. Next, plant what you love to eat. Talk to your family, see what kind of vegetables they enjoy the most, and plant those vegetables in your garden. There's no sense taking up a valuable space in your garden by growing vegetables your family doesn't like. For example, we absolutely love salad, so I plant a ton of greens and toppings for my little homegrown salad bar, like these carrots here. So not only plant what you love to eat, but also don't be afraid to experiment and try 2 to 3 new vegetables each growing season. Now, make it easy on yourself too, and grow the vegetables that grow best in the right temperatures. So for example, right now it's winter here in Southern California, so I'm growing cool weather vegetables that grow best under 80 degrees. In the summertime, however, my planting strategy totally changes. I'll be planting warm weather vegetables that grow best in temperatures over 75 degrees on up to 100 degrees. So make it easy on yourself, plant what you love to eat, but also plant the right vegetables in the right temperatures. And I'll be covering all of this as we're growing our gardens together in 2025, so you know exactly what vegetables to plant when. Now, I've outlined all the steps we've talked about today in my new book, The 10-Minute Gardener. And also, you want to check out the new CaliKim Garden Planner. It'll be a great resource for you as you plan your garden in 2025. Next up in the Grow Your Garden with CaliKim series is seed starting. I'm going to show you what to start your seeds in and how to get them started. You definitely don't want to miss that, so I look forward to seeing you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.